The Business on 92.6 FM, Radio Verulam. Welcome to The Business on Radio Verulam, the voice of your local business community.
Hello and welcome to The Business, the show that's essential listening for the West Herts business community. Tonight we have a very special show, a highlights programme from our live outside broadcast from the Fashion and Beauty Awards, held at St Michael's Manor on Sunday the 3rd of November. The whole of Fashion and Beauty Week and all of its events were organised by Radio Verulam's very own Ellie O'Fira. This was an incredible achievement, so well done Ellie. We'll be hearing more from her at the end of the show. Fashion and Beauty Week was full of events. On Tuesday there was a swap shop, where the town hall was transformed into a treasure trove of fashion treats. People brought along unwanted fashion items and did a good old-fashioned swap-orama. On Wednesday there was a VIP dinner with fashion writer Angela Clark, best-selling author of Confessions of a Fashionista. This was a fabulous evening at Darcy's, full of tales from Angela's time in the fashion industry and a reading from her book. You'll be hearing more from Angela being interviewed later. On Thursday saw a fashion show hosted by children's wear stylist Little Style Fix. Here, presenter and fashion journalist Emma Smith hosted a children's wear fashion show at Christopher Place, with the shopping complex transformed into a mini catwalk. Friday saw Lunch with Style at Brasserie Blanc with personal styling guru Amanda Slater from John Lewis. And also on Friday was the Cathedral Catwalk Show. Creating what was the longest catwalk and front row in the country, the show saw St Albans Cathedral's nave transformed into an impressive fashion show venue. The audience was treated to a live spectacle of catwalk looks from over 20 of our top retailers, collections from upcoming local designers and amazing bridal sequence, all of which brought us back to Sunday. By now St Albans was in a fashion frenzy, and St Michael's Manor played host to the Fashion and Beauty Awards ceremony. It was an evening of untold decadence, and we crowned the winners of the very first Fashion and Beauty Awards. You'll have to keep listening to find out who won. Before the award ceremony began, Roma Bomick and Vicky Scott weaved their way through the glass of champagne and canapes to speak to some of the judges and nominees. Roma starts off our coverage by introducing one of the judges.
I'm with Angela Clark. Angela's a local author. Confessions of a Fashionista, I believe, is the title of publications.
That's correct. It was a memoir of the time I spent in the fashion industry, and it's hopefully funny.
So, what was your role within the fashion industry, and how long were you there for?
I was in the fashion industry for about 10 years in total, and for most of the time while I was working there, I was an agent and I represented hair, makeup, stylists and photographers.
And so were you working for yourself or working for a particular organisation?
I work for a creative agency, and I can't tell you who it is, otherwise I'll get sued. But I spent my time organising catwalk shows, magazine shoots and my artist diaries.
And how did you get involved with these awards?
Well, the wonderful Ellie, who organised St Albans Fashion Week, has happened to have read my book. So she invited me out for lunch, told me all about her magnificent plans for this week and asked if I'd like to be involved, to which I said yes, please.
And I believe you're a local resident in St Albans, so are you familiar with some of the nominees?
I'm familiar with most of the nominees, and I'm probably a patron of at least 95% of them.
Excellent. So you'll be a very good judge of who should and shouldn't win, although it must be a very difficult task tonight.
I should think it's very hard. There are so many wonderful businesses and wonderful people in St Albans. I think the judges will have had an incredibly hard time to make a decision.
And do you have any favourites, am I allowed to ask?
I would never say.
Say again, sorry?
I would never say.
Oh, a big secret, a big secret. Well, I hope you enjoy giving your presentation tonight, or rather presenting the award tonight, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much. Have a great time.
Because we've got such a wonderful group of retailers and of supporters. Everyone pulls together in St Albans to bring off something like this. And you're so sweet saying how nice I'm looking, but you can't tell on radio, can you?
And that's why we have to sort of paint the picture and set the scene.
Absolutely.
So, do you do most of your shopping in St Albans, or do you actually sort of come and go down to London?
Well, I have to say, I haven't done as much shopping in St Albans as I will now. I think the big shock for me was to see the range of clothes that one can find in St Albans. Glad Rags was a great example. I just thought it was very much Mother of the Bride clothes. I know I did wear a Mother of the Bride outfit, but boy, it also had all those casual clothes.
Yeah.
So over and over again, as we've gone through the week, we've discovered that so many shops have a lot more and a lot more brands and a lot more stunning things than we ever realised.
I think what's opened my eyes is even just sort of going into stores that I hadn't realised. I mean, we were talking to Chloe James earlier, and it's like an Aladdin's cave in there. You know, it's a small store. It looks as though it's about gifts with a bit of fashion. You go inside, and there's 3 floors of the most fabulous stuff, and it's all very, very different. You know, it's quite different from a lot of the... I'm not knocking the chain stores because they do a fabulous job, but we really have got some quite extraordinary independence, haven't we?
Me too. That was my biggest shock because I hadn't been in Chloe James, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought it was being an incredibly expensive shop, so I was reassured to find that actually the prices of things were really very reasonable. And I was really delighted to model one of their dresses.
Were you at the cathedral on Friday night?
Oh yes.
How was that? Tell us about that, because unfortunately I couldn't go, but I understand about 700 guests were there.
It was a totally full house. And we did do we had a lot of lovely young things, 16 to 18-year-olds that actually were our models, and we realised a lot of the retailers wanted old people like me to actually model their clothes because I think we're the ones with the higher spending power. It was lovely to be able to be involved in an organisational capacity, but also to get the experience of actually being on the catwalk.
You went on the catwalk?
I modelled 5 outfits.
Wow.
Not a job for me. The hanging around was rather. We were there all day hanging around, but it was still it was wonderful. Backstage was absolutely hysterical. I mean, the retailers sat with their clothes all day. Didn't move from them, reading books and whatever, and when they had to actually charge into action, they just all got involved together.
Fantastic.
We were running around where the altar is, and it was to have it in the cathedral.
Amazing.
I mean the Dean, I'm just so thrilled that he actually saw the vision, and it so reflects our heritage and our contemporary St Albans. We are so compact where the shops are, where the heritage is, where the restaurants are, and this really has shown that how it all works so well together.
So, just one final question. I know you've got to rush off. Yeah. Do you think that this is the start of many years of St Albans Fashion and Beauty Weeks?
I think we need to review and sit back and actually have a word with people and see how things went. If it's something that can be repeated that soon, or whether there needs to be a bit of a gap before doing it again.
Right.
But I think it's the first of many events of us all pulling together and putting St Albans where it absolutely should be and where it deserves to be.
Certainly. Thank you so much, Annie Brewster.
Well, I'm here with another of the award presenters, Monique Hall, who's going to be presenting the award for Best Jeweller. And actually, Monique, it seems that you're also very familiar with us at Radio Verulam.
I am. I worked a couple of shifts there just before I started working at the Hearts Advertiser. I had a really fun time. I was working with Danny Smith and his team. I wish I could have kept it up, but obviously it was a lot of hard work, but it's a really fun place to kind of volunteer and give it a go.
So, are you familiar with a number of the brands who are up as nominees tonight?
Yep. The category I'm actually giving out the award for, one of my best friends, it's her dad, his jeweller. He's a jeweller who's nominated.
Which
I kind of got my fingers crossed for him, which is a bit biased. It's Kings Hill Jewellers. But yeah, I mean, all all the clothing shops. I mean, I go in them all the time. I need to buy something that I was wearing on the catwalk, definitely, because they're all great.
So are you a local resident as well?
I am. I was going to say where I live, but that might be a bit weird, but I live in the city. So, very familiar with everybody.
Excellent. So, bearing in mind you just mentioned that your friend's dad happens to be the owner of Kings Hill, there's no point me asking who your favourite might be tonight.
It's definitely Kings Hill. Saying that, though, I've seen a lot of Eternity Jewellers stuff as well, and it's gorgeous. And I was meant to be wearing this fabulous tiara, this 1920s tiara, which was worth £65,000, but it never showed up, which was sad. But yeah, he does gorgeous pieces, lots of good vintage pieces. So.
Wow! And where were they going to? I'm a bit stumbling over my words because I can't believe it. Where on earth were they going to get a £65,000 tiara from?
I'm not sure. I don't know if he sells it regularly, if it's one of his pieces, or if he was shipping it in. But sadly, I never saw it, so I can only dream of how gorgeous it was.
Just as well, maybe you might have to walk round all evening with 2 security guards.
I wouldn't have wanted to take it off. I probably would have tried to take it home.
Well, Monique, thank you very much for speaking to me, and good luck in presenting the award tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Hello, I'm here with Sally Watkins of Even Adams Spa. Now, Sally, tell us about the awards. You've been shortlisted in the beauty category, or is it beauty and accessories category?
We have been very privileged to be shortlisted in 2 categories, I think, Vicky. Yeah, we've actually, hair and beauty is one of them, and I think beauty excellence was the second one.
Fantastic. And why do you think that you were not only shortlisted in 1, but 2 awards? That's fantastic.
Well, we were absolutely delighted, as you can imagine, and the girls that work for me, it's just a great morale boost. And all I can think of, our clients are behind us. We've been going 10 years now in St Albans, and clearly our clients do like us, and the public are behind us, which is lovely.
It's fantastic news. What do you think makes the difference between your spa and independent spa and some of the sort of chain-like type spas that you know the brand, but actually people keep coming back to you rather than going to some of the bigger brands? Why do you think that is?
I think the difference is, and we do get this question quite often, is the individual service. A lot of people are lured by a big brand name, and there is one particular brand name in St Albans, but we go the extra mile. I think I feel that I can say that. The service is second to none.
It's been interesting, actually, because all night and in the previous run-up, when I've been interviewing people, the one thing that sets the independently is service. I think I'm getting lots of signals from the deck that the awards are about to start, so good luck, Sally. Really, really best wishes to Even Adams Spa. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you, Vicky. That's fantastic.
So it looks as though we're just about ready to go to the awards. I can see that Ellie's gathering some of the presenters of the awards just now. Obviously we heard from Angela Clark, who's going to be presenting Hair and Beauty, and from Monique Hall, who's presenting the Jewellery Awards. So I think, yes, we're just crossing over to the award ceremony.
The City and District of St Albans Councillor Annie Brewster, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the St Albans Beauty and Fashion Awards 2013 Awards Ceremony. We're absolutely very, very privileged this evening to have the Queen's representative, Councillor Brewster, here this evening for such an amazing evening that's been worked so hard over the past few months and the weeks, and the culmination this evening. And just in a few minutes I'm going to be handing over to Ellie to start the evening off. We've got a great lineup this evening. We're starting off with the awards, followed by a fantastic raffle, and then a great auction for some fantastic Porsche Day prizes. So without further ado, may I introduce to you Ellie O'Fear.
Hello everybody, thank you very much for coming. I literally cannot believe that we're here. I seem to have spent about 9 months in my sweatpants glued to my laptop. So the fact that I'm here today with all of you is a miracle. I can't thank you enough for everything that you have done and everything that you have brought to St Albans' very first Fashion Week. It wouldn't be what it is if it weren't for your unwavering support and trust, so I am eternally grateful. I will move on to my thank yous later, but I have to introduce you to a very special member of my team, and that is to my patron, our wonderful mayor, without whom none of this would have been possible, and I am so truly grateful for all of her support and her unwavering support throughout this entire period. We wouldn't have had Town Hall banners. We wouldn't have had the Abbey if it weren't for Annie. So I'm going to hand over to Annie now to say a few words, and then we will kick off with the awards. Annie.
It's about you out there. Are you all right back there? Did you want to come a bit further into the room? Can you all see? It's not the room on the side. Do you want to come in? Do you want to come in a bit? Come a bit closer, because this is a real party and a real celebration. Well, it's two things, isn't it? It's that, and it's also, I think we have some awards. But don't get too nervous, everyone. But I just want to say I'm so proud. Thank you, Ellie, for those words. I'll come on to you and your team a little bit later. But I can't believe what's happened in this last week. Isn't it just incredible? Would you put your hand up if you weren't in the cathedral on Friday, please, so I know to whom I'm speaking? Right up! Why? Brilliant. So most of you are here. So I don't need to go over too much. The week has been amazing. I hope you're all aware it's been a whole fashion week as well. And there's been some really extraordinary moments. Is anyone interested for place when the little tiddlers under 5 were modelling? It was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? And a couple of little poses in there, weren't there? But really fantastic. The swap shop. Half term, I'm not sure it was the best week. I think a Saturday might be better. But what a brilliant idea. All you young things do it at university a lot, apparently. But I can't believe you just took 5 garments in for a £5 and could choose to take 5 away. So it was a most brilliant idea. So really enjoyed that. Lots of other great things the week, but let's get to the show. Did that really happen? How surreal was it? I mean, it was just perfect. I don't think it could have been any better. And I have to say, having got there, well, most people got there at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's certainly not a career for me. I have to say, there's a lot of hanging around. And we did feel like little schoolgirls hiding in the library. I don't know whether you guys know, but we had to hide up in the cathedral library for most of the day before we had our rehearsals. The dress rehearsals went so well, didn't it, that we just felt something had to go wrong in the evening. And it nearly did. I think just at the last, a lady, one of the girls with Simply French got her dress on the wrong way. And do you remember, we nearly didn't make it, but it was all out there. It was all out there. And I'm saying that we had so many. Put your hands up if you're a model, please. Woo! Now put your hands up if you ever had modelled before. One person, two people. Really, that is pretty much true. I think there are a couple in there who had some modelling experience. And I think that is absolutely staggering, how the boot camps and everything else, and just your sheer guts to go out and do that was extraordinary. I mean, I'm not used to wearing heels, and I have to say, don't laugh, I pulled my ribs. Because actually, walking in heels along there, I've actually pulled my ribs. So I got injured on the catwalk. I mean, as a way to injure. In terms of, I think the bit, I won't go on too long, but I have to say the bit that humoured me the most were our amazing retailers who, you couldn't see what was going on behind those screens, but we were literally all sitting on the altar of the cathedral. we were. And bless you, you were sitting by your beautiful ranges there all day, and you were just so calm. And when all the chaos came, somehow you coped with it all. And the community spirit, I don't know what you all felt, but you were even swapping shoes, we were helping each other, and that was the real beauty of the whole week. It really, really was. Now, I think probably right now we're going to carry on and go into our first award. And so I believe it's Monique is going to come and join me up here. Monique. Yeah, I think Monique's going to give the first award. Monique, call it. The first thing we want to say is awards are always difficult. I know that, it is often apples and pears that we're comparing. It's corny to say that you are winners. You really are all winners, and we're so grateful to you all for your involvement with the week. So, no fighting when you hear the results. You're all wonderful. So here we are, Monique.
Before I announce the winner for the best jeweller, I just want to say a huge well done to Ellie and Annie, the Cathedral and Vicky and everybody, because it was a fantastic show. And thank you so much for letting me model. I had so much fun. Good luck to all the nominees. You're all fabulous. You all have lovely jewellery. The nominees are Kings Hill Jewellers. Woo! The winner is, you might have seen that, Christopher Wharton.
Thanks, Billy. Thank you. Okay, great.
Well done. Thank you for your diamonds. Take a photo.
Oh, yes.
The next award. Sorry, guys. It's going very quickly, isn't it? We'll try and slow it down a bit. The next award is wonderful. It's for the best hair or beauty retailer. And I have to say that actually the help that those of you that gave in the show was quite extraordinary. We all came with our hair unwashed. Sorry, washed. We weren't allowed to, Ellie. We weren't allowed to come with it.
It's not the best note I give. I said, come with your hair washed and absolutely no makeup. And everyone in the room freaked out. Yeah. Can I just put some foundation on? No.
Can
I put some mascara on? No.
And I thought we'd get our makeup at about 9:30. It wasn't till about 5 o'clock. So that was, very, very brave of
But we have some great photos of that morning, everyone.
And there's something that some of us, girls and guys, I don't know whether the guys felt the same, with these beautiful barbered guys over here, but washing our hair without product, probably the first time for a few years doing that, it didn't make a lot of difference, did it? When we came in, we all had this hair. But we were scrimped, and I mean, what you did was quite extraordinary. Wonderful. So I will go on to read out the nominations for the best hair or beauty retailer. The first ones are the wonderful Eve and Adam. Can you give us a wave, Eve and Adam? The second up are the wonderful Ginger and Lime. Ginger and Lime, where are you? Here? Where? And next, Atelier Salon and Spa Alva in Redbourne. Which is so lovely because it is St Albans City and District. So it's lovely to have you here. Then we have the lovely Sarah Levain. Where's Sarah? You did such a wonderful job at the swap shop as well. That was really lovely. Thank you so much for that. And then of course we go on to our hunky guys, the Alternative Barbering Company. Because they kicked off Fashion Week. It was the first event, wasn't it? To go and see how you poor guys deal with beards. And I was
traditional wet shaving.
I didn't realise I was the only girl there, and I have to say it was thoroughly enjoyable, and I just thought it's amazing what you do, so well done. And then finally, the crew that actually did my hair on the night, the great Gray's Hair Body and Beauty Salon. Good drum roll. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. So we have the winners of the best hair or beauty retailers. You're all wonderful, but the people who just pipped it were Gray's Hair Beauty, Body and Beauty.
So as you heard, that was Gray's Hair and Beauty who won the nomination for Hair and Beauty Award. And we've got 2 representatives going up to take their award from the Mayor. Looking very pleased with themselves, I'm sure. And as ever, we've got photographs to record the event. And it's interesting how many nominees were placed in the awards, each of the awards categories. You forget how many very impressive businesses there are in the St Albans and district area. So that was the award for Hair and Beauty. So let's see what's next up.
Okay, and the next award this evening is for the Best Independent Fashion Retailer. And for that, I would like to call up the head of our Chamber of Commerce, Miss Lisa Bates.
So I'm very pleased to be here representing the Chamber of Commerce for the St Albans City and District. We're very pleased to be involved in helping Ellie and our Mayor promote this fantastic week that we've had. And hasn't it just been fabulous? You should be so proud of what you achieved delivering this here in St Albans. So before I present the award, I'd just like to say a few words to acknowledge and thank all of you retailers and all of you in the fashion and beauty industry, which is so competitive and so tough. And retailing in itself has been very tough over the last few years. So well done for all of you for doing it so brilliantly and so successfully. So I'll just let you know who the finalists are. So it's the dressing room, James, Simply French, Glad Rags, David Copperfield, and Early's. So the best independent retailer for fashion is the dressing room.
And so, yet again, the dressing room win an award at local level. Best independent fashion retailer. And of course, we have Derianne Tad looking stunning as ever, going up to receive her award. I wonder if she's going to say a few words. Oh, no, we're getting a photo with the Mayor and the presenter of the award. And yet again, as I say, the dressing room win an award. They've won national awards, they've won local awards. Is there any award she can't win? Maybe not. So, best independent retailer, fashion retailer award goes to Derianne Tad in the dressing room.
The next award of the evening is for Fashion and Beauty Retail Excellence. And to announce the award, I would like to invite to the stage Miss Angela Clark, Confessions of a Fashionista Author Extraordinaire.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for having me. Coco Chanel once said, "I don't do fashion, I am fashion." Following the last week of fantastic St Albans Fashion Week events, which culminated in a breathtaking catwalk show showcasing some of the city's finest fashion and beauty retailers in a cathedral that dates from the 11th century, no less. I would say, St Albans, you didn't do fashion, you are fashion. Congratulations to everybody who took part. Okay, nominations for Fashion and Beauty Excellence Award. Number 1, Eve and Adam. The Dressing Room. Chloe James. Sarah Ivone. The Alternative Barbering Company. Breathing Space Spa, Harpenden. And the winner is The Dressing Room.
Well, I asked the question, is there another award they could win? And they have done. Derry-Ann's up again to receive Fashion and Beauty Excellence Award. So yeah, I think I answered my own question earlier. There is another award they can win, and well deserved, I'm sure. And I think it's been very difficult for all the judges to decide who should win which award. I think one of the things that we have learnt tonight, and we've talked about previously, is that the one thing that's for sure is that, as Angela Clark pointed out, St Albans is fashion. We're not just a part of fashion. So that's wonderful. And of course we got an interview with Angela earlier, which is great.
Okay. And our final award of the night is my personal favourite award of the night. It is Community Favourite, which is the award that is voted for by the community because it is literally their favourite in style and in customer service. So this is an award that's very dear to my heart. And the nominations for this award are Simply French, Chloe James, Sarah Doviday, Fleetville Vintage Emporium, David Copperfield, and Shinto. The most number of votes out of all of the other categories combined, and the most nominations, which is why it's so hugely varied. And the winner for the Community Favourite Award for the St Albans Fashion and Beauty Awards 2013 is Chloe James.
And so we have the Community Favourite, as we heard, Ellie's favourite award. And you may be aware that Ellie O'Fira is also one of our own Radio Verulam presenters, as well as a fashion blogger in St Albans, Style in My City. And we have a representative of Chloe James, who has just gone up to receive her award. And in fact, it's so busy here, I can't actually see who's gone up to receive the award. But yet again, a well-deserved award for a local St Albans business. And I think we're pretty much near the end of our awards. In fact, that was the last award.
Fantastic awards event, lots and lots of thank yous, understandably, because Ellie sort of pulled this together out of thin air and has pulled a lot of people along the way. Lots and lots of support, lots of people's help. Annie Brewster was saying earlier in an interview that now hold on a second, Annie's just standing up again, hold on.
There's some over here. I just want to say, I just would like to echo, I'm not going to say all the thanks again because there's just too many to say. Ellie said it so eloquently. I can't thank, sorry, can I have a request, please? it's really important. I have to say to all three girls that we've been working with so hard since May, June, it was when it all started. Absolutely fantastic. Many congratulations. You've got tremendous futures. Your mum too has got a great future, but you young girls have got such wonderful futures, and congratulations with everything you've done. And although they're not here, I just want to say a word about the cathedral, because the Dean, when I went to speak to him back in it was about May, that he shared the vision to actually see that actually something like this could actually showcase, as I said to many of you, our heritage and our contemporary St Albans together. We're so compact, everything is so close, it's quite unusual to have such heritage sites, the amazing fashion. Our German counterparts came over recently, and guess what? They couldn't believe the shops. So what a great audience to tell you, this is what, and we haven't even mentioned the restaurants, as I said to some of you before. So I think we all just should say a great big thank you to the cathedral and give them a round of applause. I know they're not here, but to have
big round of applause to the cathedral, who were phenomenally forward-thinking and let us actually put on the fashion show, or let Ellie put on the fashion show. They're just pulling the raffle prizes now. Now, I've had a look at the raffle prizes, and they are sensational. There's fabulous handbags, there's lots of beauty products, there's all sorts of jewellery, there's lots and lots of lovely things. And, of course, the charities that are involved are all local charities. Some of them are special charities personal to the mayoress, etc. And I think that it's been a hugely successful event. It's been a hugely successful week. Well, we were talking earlier to people, and they do want it to happen again next year. And I think all round we can celebrate fashion and beauty and accessories and jewellery and everything else in St Albans. We really are on the map. There's no doubt about that. I can't imagine that the results of this are going to be anything other than completely positive to not only all the independent retailers, but also everybody else that's been involved in this wonderful exercise. So I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get some interviews with some of the winners, and I'm hoping that in just one moment that Roma is going to be with Derianne Tad of the Dressing Room, who actually won 2 awards. So I was interviewing her earlier in the week. I asked her which award she might prefer. She couldn't decide, and I said, what about both? I absolutely didn't have any knowledge at all that she was going to win both. But here she is. She's coming up. She's looking gorgeous as always, and she's going to actually have a word with Roma about her fantastically successful evening. Over to Roma.
So, I'm with Derianne Tad, who has won not one, but 2 awards. Which 2 awards did you win, Derianne?
We won Best Fashion and Beauty and Best Independent Retailer.
Surprised?
Absolutely shocked, actually. I didn't think we were in with a chance tonight. So, yeah, really shocked and really thrilled.
Why would you think you're not in with a chance?
I don't know. I just think there's a lot of great retailers in St Albans, and I thought that other people kind of had the local vote, really.
Interesting. Well, obviously very well deserved. And what's very amusing is we were listening back to the interview this evening, and Vicky did ask you which award you'd prefer to win. You weren't sure, and she said maybe both, and you did.
Absolutely. That does make me laugh. It's just, a complete surprise. So I suppose, I'm really, really thrilled and shocked, really.
So how did you become involved with the awards? Beyond being nominated, have you been involved with Ellie in any of the preparation?
Yes, I was the retail consultant for the Fashion Week, and I just think it's such an amazing thing that she's done, and I was behind it from the moment she first told me she was thinking about doing it, and I kind of gave her a lot of help and advice along the way. So, really, really thrilled that to be a part of it, really.
Well, hopefully this is the first of many fashion awards for St Albans, and hopefully we'll see you again in the awards next year.
Absolutely, let's hope so.
Thanks again, and well done, Derianne.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm here with Christopher Wharton of Christopher Wharton Jewellery, who has won the Best Jeweller All Accessories Retailer. Mega congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Was it a surprise?
It was a surprise. I was up against some fairly stiff competition in the town, who we greatly respect. and I'm really honoured to have the award.
That's fantastic. Why do you think you won it ahead of, as you say, stiff competition?
I've got a fantastic team behind us. I can't praise them enough. They look after people to the very best of their ability, and I think when people come into our shop, they do get a really good experience.
We've heard this. I've interviewed a number of people over the week and this evening, and it seems that the real success of independent retailers is all about customer service and attention to the customers, and you're mentioning it again tonight. So how in a jewellery environment do you create that special, unique customer service environment?
It's terribly important to understand how your customer is thinking, what they're wanting. I like to sit down and discuss a piece of jewellery, find out what their taste is, find out all about them and how what sort of pieces they like, what sort of colours they like, what metals they like, and only then do I start suggesting things to them, and perhaps do a sketch for them. But not until we've gone through perhaps 20 minutes of talking.
So it's really quite an in-depth process. It's not a what you like, we'll get it out of the cabinet. It's very much more than that. It's a real full sort of emotional lifestyle type of service.
Yes, of course, I am talking about when we make one-off pieces for people, which is sort of like 80% of our business, 70 to 80%, I would say. Obviously, we've got a lot of other brands within the shop, and we sell a lot of watches like Breitling and Ebel and that type of thing, top brands. And we got some fantastic new products in Italian jewellery, as well as our own jewellery. So a fantastic selection, really. Yeah.
Were you surprised when Ellie announced that there was going to be a fashion and beauty week and it was going to culminate in awards? Was it something that you ever envisaged would happen in St Albans?
Certainly not, and in fact I didn't take it seriously at all. I just thought it was another sort of almost publicity gimmick, and I didn't take it seriously, and after a week or two I did take it seriously. I could see what was happening, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic thing that she's done, and it's the best thing that could happen to St Albans, and it's really launched St Albans business, I think.
Well, on that note, I think we have to leave to all the revellers in the background who are celebrating raffle prizes. But mega congratulations, well done, and thank you for just dipping out and talking to me, Christopher Wharton of Christopher Wharton Jewellery. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm here with Donna and Maria of Chloe James. Maria and I met earlier in the week, and I wasn't expecting necessarily to be saying congratulations on the night. You certainly didn't actually feel that confident, so mega congratulations. Fantastic news for you. And Donna, we didn't meet, we've talked before, sort of all on email, etc. How does it feel to be a winner tonight?
It feels amazing. We're really, really delighted to get the Community Favourite Award out of everything, because it feels to us like we were nominated and voted for by our customers, and that just feels like a massive big pat on the back and some recognition.
All that hard work's paid off. It really must feel fantastic. Did you encourage people in the shop to vote for you? Did you actively sort of tweet and all of that sort of stuff?
Yes, we do all that. We're on Twitter and Facebook, so we were all over that. And obviously we mentioned it to our customers when they came in. Once we knew we'd been nominated, we did say, have a look if you want to, please vote for us. But obviously we had no idea, really, if people were. So it's just a really lovely surprise tonight.
Now, when Maria and I were talking earlier in the week, it was something that she was sort of not sure how it was going to affect your business if you did win an award. So do you think it's going to encourage more customers to buy more? Do you think it'll encourage more people to come into the store? What do you think? How do you think it'll affect your business?
Well, I've got no idea really, but I honestly, it can only be good, can't it? You know, it's recognition, it's a pat on the back, it says we're a lovely shop, then people love the shop, and so hopefully that will encourage more people to come in and see us.
And regards sort of the awards, I was talking to Annie Brewster earlier in the evening, and she was saying obviously we have to review these things, see how it works, see how, the return on investment, all of that. From tonight's performance, from the conversations that I've had with retailers, everybody seems to have really, really got stuck in and really believe that it's going to be fantastic for St Albans and something that they'd like to do more and more, and maybe every year. What do you think about?
That would be absolutely amazing. And I think the other thing that's happened is that everyone's got together on this. We've met lots of lovely retailers, lots of the models that have worked, customers have come in, and everyone's just sort of all pulled together just to make everything work. And, what Ellie and her team have done has been amazing, absolutely amazing. So it's just really exciting to be part of it.
It does. It really feels like it's pulled the fashion, beauty and sort of accessories community together, like possibly it hasn't been together before.
I think we just needed somebody to do it. There's quite often there's different things that try to start up, but unless there's somebody willing to head it up, everybody's busy and, things tend to sort of slip by. But actually this was something that everybody was really excited about. We all believed in it, and thank goodness, because, it's all come off and it's been a fantastic thing, I think, not only for fashion and beauty retailers, but for St Albans.
Well, I think that's it. It really has been a night for fashion and beauty in St Albans. So, fantastic congratulations. And I'm definitely going to be coming back to your store because it was an absolute revelation to me. So, lovely to meet up again drinking champagne. Hopefully I'll see you before next year. But next year again. Thanks ever so much, ladies.
Thank you.
St Albans Fashion Week. Yes, sir.
So, we found our final winner, and that's Leah from Grays. Leah, perhaps you'd like to tell us a little bit about what you do at Grays, although it might be obvious.
Yeah, sure. I'm a stylist at Grays. I've been there for over 5 years.
Excellent. And how did you feel about winning the award tonight?
Very, very proud. Really proud.
Surprised?
Really surprised. I didn't expect it. There's so many other great salons and beauty places that was up against us. So, yeah, great.
And how long has Grays been going for?
It's coming up to 30 years. It's been there for quite a while, so it's been over the 25-year mark.
And how many of you work at Grays?
Oh, hard to count. There's so many of us. I think last time I counted, it was about 10.
Right, so quite a substantial size salon.
Yeah, just in St Albans, in Welling and Hitch also, so...
So just the beginning of things as far as awards are concerned for Grays?
I hope so. We've done quite well in the past. We've won like the Hearts Awards and so on. So yeah.
Why do you think you've managed to win so frequently?
Hard work definitely pays off. We all work really hard. We really enjoy what we're doing, and our bosses advertise it quite well.
So what about next year? Going for the same award next year?
Definitely, yeah. If not better. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for letting us interview you, and congratulations again.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Well done.
I'm here with Richard Marrett, who's the General Manager of St Michael's Manor Hotel. It's been a fantastic evening of Fashion and Beauty Awards. Thank you very, very much for hosting them. What's been your experience of it?
It's been an absolutely fantastic evening. I'm really, really pleased that we were able to host the award ceremony here at St Michael's Manor Hotel. Ellie, I think, has done a marvellous job over the past week to really emphasise how fantastic the retailers of St Albans really are. And the community spirit here has really, really shone through about how everybody is very, very proud of each other, of the shops, and the feeling about the room is just electric. It's fantastic.
It really is, and I have to say it's a beautiful room that's been able to create, like a lovely atmosphere as well. So, do you feel that you're part of the sort of retail industry here at St Michael's Manor?
Absolutely. The St Michael's Manor is very proud to be part of the community. We're working very strongly with the City Centre partnership that's being created at the moment, and also being part of the St Albans Chamber of Commerce, and all within the community. To see everybody here and enjoying the beautiful orangery here at St Michael's Manor and having such a great time. It's music to my ears. It's absolutely fantastic.
Thanks ever so much for hosting a lovely evening, and I'm sure we'll be back here as Radio Verulam at some later stage. Thank you very much, Richard, at St Michael's Manor.
Thank you.
Okay, Ellie.
Hello, ladies.
What a fantastic evening.
I've done it. I've dreamt about this moment for, I can't even begin to tell you how many months, and now I'm here. And it's all over.
And it's all been fabulously successful, and all the retailers are saying you're the best thing that's happened to them, and it's just absolutely wonderful for St Albans, for fashion, for beauty, and you've done it. You've put us on the map.
I didn't realise they'd said that.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. So is this the first of many?
Actually, yes, it's an exclusive. I'm very proud to announce that we will be doing it again next year. I secured sponsorship yesterday. In fact, I have 2 companies bidding to be headlining sponsors now.
Wow.
So we will definitely be doing it again.
Brilliant, well done, Ellie.
Thank you very much.
And you said that there might be something happening just after recording the event?
Absolutely. So we were very lucky to work with the University of Hertfordshire students, and they filmed a documentary of the whole process.
Wow.
So that will be screened at the film festival, which is wonderful, because there's a great, because as I said in my little toast, that Leonie's been such a great inspiration, a strong woman in the community, fighting for her dream, and I was so inspired by that. That's why I started this. And so to be able to have our event be shown at her event is very special.
That's fantastic.
And were there moments when you thought, what on earth have I done? Why am I doing this?
Every day. There were days when I would wake up. I used to wake up and make some tea, and I think my most... I think the top was 11 cups of tea that I made, left and never drank because I got so busy. There were days when I was working so solidly, I'm never going to finish. I'm never going to do it. And why am I doing it? I inflicted this all entirely to myself. Why am I doing it?
And you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and think, okay, what have I got to do next?
Yeah, exactly.
I've got nothing to do.
I know. Well, the wall charts have come down. The folders have been put away. The goodie bags have been pushed to the corner. My house is looking very empty now, but I think my family are relieved.
So what are you going to do next?
I am going to take some time out to think about it. I've been very blessed that I've been offered quite a few opportunities from this.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to weigh them up and see what happens next for me. I feel so lucky.
Well, I think in St Albans, in fashion and beauty, are very lucky to have you as part of that community. I think you've done a fantastic job, and we wish you every success with whatever you take on next, and we're really, really looking forward to next year's awards already.
Well, I'm going to bring a lot of the success to my Radio Verulam family. Lots of people have been saying, are you going to have a fashion show on the radio? So I think Out and About might have a bit more of a fashion-y feel about it. Why not?
Fantastic.
Why not?
And we need to get you on the business to talk about fashion with us, the business of fashion.
I would love that.
So that would be good to have a little special going on, maybe for London Fashion Week.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So thank you so much, Ellie. It's been a fantastic evening. Congratulations to everybody that was a winner, but also, congratulations to St Albans for having you and pulling it off so magnificently.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies.
You've been listening to The Business on Radio Verulam. If there's anything in the show you want to talk to us about, phone us on 01727 839 926 or email thebusiness@radioverulam.com.
So, that's the 2013 Fashion and Beauty Awards, the climax of a thrilling fashion week. That's it for now, except to say that next up after the 9 o'clock news, we have Your Questions Local Democracy Special, hosted by John Stevenson and recorded at the Council Chambers last Wednesday evening. It's good night from all of us on the Business Show team. Good night.